Day and welcome to the Heat Signature Daily Challenge for the 17th of October. We're glitch sick, shaky, and vindictive, and we're here to steal the 3 parts of the black soil experiment while not being seen. And I believe today is a day where we've had a bit more information about basically glitching through walls that's been discovered. So one of the things that I do fairly early on, if I recall correctly, is to... No, that's tomorrow. Never mind. But I do think I'm going to take advantage of it. So there's something that's recently been discovered by King Redbeard or Quill. I can't remember which one. King Redbeard. Where you can actually melee through walls. And I'm going to try it in a bit. I'll use it down here. But yeah, sure. Okay, so... we're dealing with a crash, not a crash, a reinforcement ship, so I might as well disable the alarm right at the start. And here I'm taking advantage of the fact that things don't target you when you're just inside an airlock, even when the door is open. So here we go, I've been able to crash that sentry gun that was looking straight at me, which was pretty important. And now I'm going to, pretty sure, nope. Not gonna try and go through the wall. I should have then. Alright, now we just kill this. So this was I was traveling recently, so this was done when I was at a place in Umbria. Yes, that's the tricky part here. It's I don't have my sword, and this guy is awfully close to seeing me. I can't just throw the gun because I don't want to risk them actually waking up and the gun basically firing back at me. So I need to sneak past here. I'm just trying to see if I can close the distance and maybe pick something up, but doesn't look like it. So let's just hit this guy one more time, and then we got, 2 frames, 3 frames, 3 frames. Then we got a sword, so now we can just kill him with the sword. So we'll just move down a bit. And then we'll sort him out, if you will. And now it's just a matter of grabbing the key and getting the items. So that's definitely what we're doing now. Just grabbing key first. Key's definitely the priority here today. And then grab the item. I don't remember what the item was, but it should be pretty straightforward. Yes, the self-charging glitch trap, which is perfect on a day where you may want to get rid of someone quickly, regardless of what they got. Well, the self-charging crash beam means that most of the time we should be in a position to do that regardless. And yep, so we're just running through. We're definitely going to go after the jammer. I mean, they're conveniently coming right for us, and they have to be. If they're going left here, they have to be going into the section that we have. So yeah, we're just gonna open that door and stab him. I could shoot him, but that's silly. We just stab him. There we go. We can just make sure we've got everything together and stab. Okay, so now the question is, do we go up or down? I could get rid of the jamming device if I go through there. Right, okay. So I did decide to do that. Now I think we might be trying to take advantage of the wall hack. Yeah, we totally are. See, I just went straight through that wall like it was nothing. And so there's going to be a Tuesday tip on this, of course. But the gist of it is, this is a trick where you can clip through a wall as long as you've got a valid melee target, and this is like a lot of these things where basically the collision seems to be checked at a certain interval. If you reduce the frame rate, you can get further. So that's definitely what we're going to do here. Now I hit that guy with a regular thrown item because I wanted to move a little bit faster, and in doing so I wanted to stab them. So I know that, for example, and I'm going to try it here. I'm going to try, maybe I could clip through this wall. And at 60 frames per second, which is what the game is currently running at, you can't do it. But on the same day, I think it was Quill, did it at 30 frames per second, they were able to go straight through the wall. So, you know, it's definitely a thing worth considering. So here I'm just shooting my way through. I mean, obviously there's some concerns here, but I'm just gonna blast away at the people. I guess I'd forgotten that I'd crashed the teleporter, because I don't know why I shot the captain there, but it turns out to have not been a problem, so, you know, that's all good. Now we shoot that person, and off we go to get the target. I guess I'm going south to disable the alarm? Surely. Oh, no, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to see if I can throw the glitch trap such that I can move the target, the guy with the item, towards me, and thus, you know, get the thing, because I would like whatever items they've got. I mean, one of the things that makes you better in this game is just having more stuff. Unfortunately, you know, did not anticipate that aspect, but I also don't want to hang around if I don't have to. So I guess what I'm doing here is just going to try throwing it with the same thing. Trying to see if I could time it right. But this is basically the last opportunity I'm going to get to throw it. And now we get that key and get that steel item and get out of here. We don't quite succeed in what we wanted, but that's okay. I have a plan. And that plan is to come back for it. And they're going to be around the corner. Yeah. There's no way I'm getting anything from them there. But that's okay. It's like, well, alright, I've given up. I was in Umbria in Italy. One of the things I did not anticipate is the bed and breakfast we stayed at did not have a desk. I also messed up the pickup. So I was playing kind of with the laptop in my lap, sitting cross-legged on the bed. I cannot say that it is a good or comfortable position to play Heat Signature in. I would not recommend it. In general, try and find, you know, a desk, a table, something like that. Most hotel rooms will have them. Although, it depends, I guess. Apparently, us millennials are killing the tendency to do that because, I mean, we don't tend to care. Alright, yeah, so here was the plan. We were after going back to the ship before we picked up the next mission, so we can shoot this lot and take the stuff. Doesn't matter if they see us or not, we just want to fill this corridor with lead and hopefully get things. Unfortunately, not getting there. And what's worse, the person cannot even hear their death coming. So it's just a matter of, yeah, just running and seeing if we can get somewhere. Because all I care about is trying to get this stupid item. We're wasting minutes of time here because at the end of the day, much like speedrunning, the name of the game is just time minimization. Does not matter if you and it's not time minimization in terms of actual time taken. It's time minimization in terms of the time measured by the game, right? So if something takes 10 times longer, but the game registers it as much faster, then the obligation for someone trying for the first spot in the daily challenge is to do that very tedious, very slow thing. And this is one of the reasons why the Sidewinder being unlimited in space was such a problem. Because the obligation would have been to sidewind everywhere. And that was incredibly slow and incredibly tedious and just not fun. And so that is something that, like, we really should be reporting some of these things to, in fact, probably all of these things, to suspicious developments so that they can make a decision. I personally kind of feel like the ships should disappear as soon as you finish the mission, because it leads to having them disappear and sometimes they'll just be positioned such that they will disappear due to fading out based on distance. So sometimes it's just unfair, like unavoidable and unfair, and other times it is alright. Yeah, so here we want to crash the shield guy, and then we want to take out all of the people. I did something silly here. I didn't quite think it through. I shot here, and then it's like, oh wait, actually, you're gonna see me, so I guess I gotta kick you out into space so I can get the defender killed, and then I can kill your friend. And so it's really glad I had the glitch trap. But yeah, so some of these tricks I like because they take a certain amount of skill. Some of them, no doubt, I like because I know how to do them. But I am worried that just being able to loot ships from and gain the advantage of them kind of gets rid of a rather cool trade-off. And that's actually more concerning to me than anything else that's been discovered lately. Like, the ability to clip through walls is cool, and a bug that probably should be eliminated, but I don't see it as significant as having ships that you can loot from between missions, right? Because looting a ship between missions basically means that you no longer have the gamble that you used to have. You used to have this gamble of, well, do I go for the crates now, or do I try to be more efficient and skip the items? You've got a slightly weaker trade-off now. So there is still a trade-off, because it's, do I go for the items, or, okay, and now here I'm going to try and clip through the wall and stab the defender, or at least end up behind, but I mess up. So I paused too early, and I got the universal right dash glitch instead, and did glitch through the cover, but didn't end up where I wanted to be. And so now it's just like, how do I get to you? I'm basically going to keep trying the same glitch here. Didn't work. And then it's like, well, I guess I'll just come around here because you've now positioned them for me. Okay, there we go. Got that. Got the items. And here I'm like, well, that was a bit of a waste of, well, not waste of time, but that took longer than I wanted it to. So I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw that gun to move all of those guards around. And then it's time to head for the captain, head for the items, and go. Because I knew that it wouldn't pull the key guard. If the alarm response goes off, that doesn't matter, because obviously I'm about to stab the captain in the face. So here, am I gonna... No, I am actually letting the door open. Okay, so we just stab the captain, and shoot, and take. Not that worried about the guards seeing us here. Okay, yep. And do I stealth shield, or do I just shoot him? I think I just shoot him. Yeah, like that. Yeah, I was prepared to kind of duck down if the shot obviously went the wrong way. Do I deactivate you? I do. Good. Yep. Obviously, those guys then start to come back. That's fine. We shoot again. And that takes out that one. Shoot one last time. Takes out that one. And now we can grab this item and head out the window. Yeah, and then I'll be back for the stuff later. Alright, so now we remote control and we grab this. And all good, except the ship turned into us and we lost control slightly, which may make the pickup marginally slower, but I don't think it's going to be a big deal. 19 seconds, not the worst, not the best, it'll be fine. Unfortunately, work laptop means that's a bit slower than I'd like. Drop it off, and now back to the ship after grabbing our stuff. Yep, so we just do the same trick we did last time. We head back to the ship that we came from, we loot it, we see if we can get any cool stuff from it. And then we move on to ship 3, even better equipped than we otherwise would be. I don't know, maybe, the ability to get all the items from every ship, the ability to ignore the mission requirements when you're looting those ships, is fine, right? I mean, one of the things yeah, okay, cool. Slipstream, yep, definitely worth coming back. One of the things that we kind of need to remember with these situations is that fundamentally, what am I doing? Oh, right. Yes, that's what I wanted to check. So what I wanted to check is normally when you fly a ship back, everything on board gets sold. And I have once seen someone who had a positive purchase modifier, and I was wondering if this would trigger it. But I think it doesn't because I picked it up. I wonder if I were to leave a, and this is something I should try in the future, if I were to leave a crate unopened, if we would have gotten something. Instead, that just sent an item to our stash, which was sad. We can also, by the way, use that opportunity to dump gear into our pod, and then that's one way to try and stock up with useful items that you otherwise would not be able to fit. I don't tend to like that tactic just because most of the time 7 items is more than enough. Alright, now let's get on to ship 3. We got a slipstream, this should be fine. A slipstream and a stealth shield, and we need to minimize sightings. Oh no, I am so worried about what could possibly happen on this ship. I think the bigger danger is that I just failed to dock properly, because, I'm crouched over a laptop at the time. Alright, so just trying to find the tracker. The tracker is the biggest worry. And the tracker is predictably right at the end, if I recall. No? Oh, there it is. There's the tracker. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to grab that. We do have a long-range key cloner. So we can get the key. We only need 4 keys in total, and if we can skip one of them, which we can, then we don't even need 4 keys. And in fact, we can skip more than one, because what we can do is we can steal the key from 2 and then just basically run down through the whole area. Yeah, see, that's me measuring with the long-range key cloner. Goes about 3 rooms for reference. Yeah, I think that's 3 rooms. Yeah, so then we're basically just going to run through that group of guards. At what point do I activate? Yeah, here's where I activate the stealth shield. Post commentary is a tricky beast. Alright, so do I remember where I set the waypoint? Did I set the waypoint all the way? Maybe I did. And here, I think I've already gone past where I need to... right, yes. So here I'm gambling that I would be able to make that. Turns out I can. And so that way I've got every key cloner charge I possibly can need for this last piece. At what point am I smart enough to realize I could have started moving the ship? No point. Okay. So I can head this way. And yeah, no, I decided it's not worth the time and energy, and yet I do that. Oh, right, that was just me being dumb rather than anything else. I'm like, oh crap, none of those will count as seeing me, right? No, none of them will, because obviously I'm not going to be hit by the bullets that have already left the ship. And that's it. That's the daily for the 17th. And let's see what the final score was once I managed to get to a station. I mean, overall it was a pretty good time, especially since we got the slipstream, and most people won't have gotten the slipstream because it was out of the way. I think it's one of those things where if you had gone for it, it might have been worth it on chip 2 as well. But there we go. I was first place by 16 seconds. And I believe KZ did it after me, but still got 123. So, yeah, good run, good daily, good day to you.